The only thing you need to run meta ads in 2026 are these three tools. So Claude Code, Higgsfield, and Obsidian. And yes, you could replace Claude Code with Codex. So I've been running meta ads for 12 years, and ever since LLMs got popular and Claude Code came out, it's really changed the game in how people are running ads. My workflow changed from manually creating ads and creatives to having AI do it all for me. So let me just explain how I do it, right? So I have a bunch of terminals open on my computer, and I have like this little command center where I just have different terminals, and I essentially assign them projects. But you can just do this with your normal terminal on your computer, or you can just do it via the Claude Code or the Claude desktop app or the ChatGPT desktop app. But I highly recommend just doing it through a terminal for maximum customization. And essentially, I just invoke a terminal. And after invoking the terminal, essentially, I just prompt um, Claude with a few different skills and agents that I have. So I'll explain what each of them do. So I have a slash command slash skill called context, and that essentially goes and searches my Obsidian vault for all of the context around this specific client. And I have Obsidian as the brain of my business. So it essentially saves every single thing that I do. So every chat transcript with Claude, as well as chat transcripts with Codex, as well as emails with clients, the history of the ad account, every change that we made. I have daemons that automatically update the Obsidian, so it's always up to date. And if you don't have Obsidian installed, I highly, highly recommend getting it set up. It will make your life so much more easy. And I am not exaggerating. So I always started off with the context. Um, then I also tell it to use the meta ads agent, which is an agent that's trained on my methodology on how I like to run and scale ad accounts, plus using the Playwriter parallel agent. So if you don't know what Playwriter is, it is a browser automation tool. The original one was called Playwright, and it was developed by Microsoft, and it's an open source tool. Playwriter is pretty much the same thing, but it just operates as a browser extension. The main reason I use that one over Playwright is because it's really easy to use on your active Chrome sessions. Um, the reason I use it, right, is because it's just so useful. Um, First off, you don't need an official Meta developer account and the official API. And actually, if you use the Meta developer account and API, you can get banned a lot more easier than using this because I've gotten banned multiple times by Meta for using their official developer account. The rules are weird and like they have a terrible support process. So I've decided that Playwriter is the best call here. And the cool part about it is it can have agents work in parallel. So think of it, you can have 5 ad accounts open on 5 different tabs, and one agent handles each of them. So if you're managing a bunch of clients' accounts, you can give one big prompt in the beginning, and it can essentially do all of that work in one go. Obviously, it's not going to take 5 minutes, it might take an hour, but it will do all of it. So, for example, something easy as an example is you can just say, make 15 new creatives for client A. Well, now because of the context skill, it's going to go into Obsidian and get everything it knows about client A. And always in Obsidian, I have the brand assets, the logos, the do's and don'ts, and I have a bunch of custom Python scripts on how to actually make creatives. So essentially, it's a combination of Higgsfield and Python because Higgsfield is really good at making the visuals and the actual like design itself, but it's really bad at appending logos and sensitive images to the actual creative. So if you rely just on Higgsfield, it will be a bit less consistent. So I highly recommend just having some scripts so you can always put the logo in the desired place and things like that. And you only have to create that as a skill once, and you just save it to your Obsidian vault. And I have a copy of every single one of my skills and agents saved in the Obsidian vault. And for example, for like client A, I have client A meta ads creative skill. So it already knows how to use Higgsfield, how to use that custom Python, how to get the actual context from the Obsidian and my files to go ahead and create the actual ad creatives. Because if I didn't have this, I would have to explain it over like 20 prompts to get it right every time. So that's why I highly recommend just having Obsidian. It will make your life so much easier. And then once I say make 15 new creatives for client A, it'll get all of that context. It'll use the skills and it'll make me the 15 new creatives in that brand style using their assets. Um, it can crawl the website and get new images. It can create its own creatives. Then, for example, I would say set up an ad, set budget optimization, testing campaign, 3 ad sets, 5 creatives in each. This is just like a standard structure for testing. And then it'll go do that. You do not have to touch the ad account at all. The only thing I actually do these days is actually just verify the creative if it looks good or not. And if it looks good, I just say, set up the campaign. It sets it up. I say turn it on. It turns it on. And then I just monitor it. And this strategy is exactly what I'm doing for one of my clients. And these are the results for the month to date, right? So we have 6.4 million yen in sales and about 800,000 yen in ad spend. For reference, 6.4 million yen is like something like 45,000 US dollars, give or take, and 800,000 yen is something like 5,000 something US dollars. So the marketing efficiency ratio, which is similar to ROAS, but I like better, is 7.99, which is really good. And this brand has really healthy margins. And literally the only way I am managing it right now is just through this strategy I told you. So obviously it's not just saying, hey, make me creatives. There's more that goes into it. So the other main part of it is that I have the meta ads agent, which is trained on how I like to run ads, how I scale ad accounts and things like that. Plus I have a daemon, and a daemon is a background computer program or bot that's always on. So it's constantly scanning the ad account. And then each morning, it just gives me a report of the previous day's performance and it gives me recommendations over time. So every day, it doesn't give scale or kill recommendations. It does that over a longer period of time. So, like, say the campaign's been running for like a week and it's not getting good results, it will obviously notice that and recommend that I kill either the ads itself, a few ad sets, or the entire campaign. And obviously, it's more advanced than that, but I just want to explain it simply. All it does is audit the ad account every day, so I don't have to. So I get a message in my WhatsApp every morning saying, this is how client account A is performing. And then it asks me, do you want to implement any of these recommendations? And it'll be like scale um, X ad set because it has a ROAS of 5.00. And based on the way I set up the account initially, it knows that I want to scale campaigns that have lifetime ROAS of 4.5 or higher. And all I would do is reply in my WhatsApp saying yes and with the budget, and it'll go and make that change for me. So it's essentially turned into an orchestration game. Like the agents do a lot of the work in the analysis, and it's just up to you now to make the decisions. And if you want to learn how to set up a system like this, just send me a message and I can help you out.